Hey romance readers, Linda here. Happy Tuesday. Finally coming to you with an update. On my last update video, I said I was going to be reading How to Date a Douchebag, the coaching hours. Well, I finally finished it. This book was hard for me to finish, people. Yeah, it was rough. This is going to be my least favorite of the whole series. This did not do it for me. This book was just okay. First of all, it started out with, let's see here, and I got this from, I think I mentioned in one of my videos that I had purchased. I got this out of the, well, I did purchase it, but it came with the romance review book box, and you can see it was signed. Because I think I had read this, when I was reading the series, I really enjoyed it, so I went on there and see if there was any more books, and I saw this, and this is not gonna be, you know, most of the other three books was like on wrestlers, but this one is just going to be on the daughter of the coach. The guy she's going with is not going. The guy she's going to start liking, he's not going to be a wrestler. So that because they were like, I wanted to get this and I didn't want to get it, but when it came in the reveal book box, I was excited about it because I was uncertain, and I was like, but now I can just go ahead and read it. And yeah, my instincts told me, yeah, my instincts were right. I did not enjoy this book until like I was like halfway through, because it took me a couple of days it was so slow. It took me a couple of days to get through it, and then once I finally got like halfway, maybe about here, it picked up and I got interested again, and then I just flew right on through it. But the beginning of it was rough. And this is on, the female name is Annabelle, and the guy in this one, his name is Elliot. But when it started off, you get a chapter on this guy, Eric Johnson. So I thought Eric Johnson was going to be the main male character. And then I was like, I thought he wasn't going to be a wrestler, because this guy's a wrestler. Well, it starts off like this because it sets up the whole story, because the story began with him and his friend, what is the friend name? Is Gunderson? Rex Gunderson, I think. They make a bet, because the coach, like I said, Elle is going to be the coach's daughter. The coach has already warned the guys on the team to stay away from his daughter, because his daughter is coming to the school and she's coming to stay with him, because she's her dad and mom are divorced, and she's been staying with her mom until she graduated from high school. And I think she was going to college there for a little while, but she wanted to go and stay with her dad. So now she's going to come and start college here at this college, and so she can get to know her dad a little bit better. And she's going to stay with him. She want to stay with him for a little while until she finish up college. So he's warning the guys, stay away from my daughter. You know, I don't want my daughter dating no wrestler. So that what threw me off here, because why are you going to give him he got a whole he got a whole little, I guess this is like what they call it, prelude or whatever. And that threw me off right there. I was like, oh Lord, okay, I thought it was him. So once I started reading it, I figured out it's not going to be Eric, because you don't hear about Eric again until she meets Eric at the gym. She's working out, and she meets Eric at the gym, and he go up to try to talk to her, because like I said, him and his friend have made a bet. Him and his friends are always playing pranks, because if you read book 4, they play a prank on the guy whose story book 4 is on. And yeah, if you read book 4, you know who these two guys are. They always trying to play a trick on somebody. And so they do a bet that they can get her to sleep with one of them. And the bet is that whoever gets her to sleep with them, they get the big bedroom, because they the two guys stay together, and they got a big bedroom, and I guess they've been fighting over who get that big bedroom. So they were like, this can be the decision maker. Whoever gets the girl gets the big bedroom. And Annabelle found out about it because she's back at the gym again. Like I said, she meets Eric at the gym too, and she talked to him for a little while. You know, she thinks he's a nice guy and everything. And then she goes to the gym again, and she hears these two guys talking, and they mention Eric and Rex. And she has already met Rick, because she meet him in class. He in one of her classes, and she gets real upset. I don't know why she got so upset, because you found out. Now you know what's going on. Now you can be on the lookout for these two guys trying to play a trick on you, or you can go and confront them. I don't know why she just didn't go and confront them. So it's gonna be about her, and the way she get with Elliot is that she tell her dad she want to move out into her own place, because her dad's remarried, but she, her dad is still trying, since he haven't been with her in a while, he's still trying to treat her as a little kid, and she was like, I got to get out of here. And she meets Elliot because she's upset, and she goes to a party and she's drinking and stuff, and Elliot see her there, and he tried to, help her, because he one of those people. He's a nice guy, That's why they said, even though this is about a douchebag, it ain't gonna be about because he's not a douchebag. He's a good guy. So he helps her out, and then the next morning she figured out that he got a room, so her and Elliot move in together, and it goes from there with her, like she want to get back at the guys, and I was like, you don't need to get back at them. Just go and confront these guys and get it over with. But it's about her telling me she want to get back at them, and she do get back at. I'm not going to go into that, but she do get back at what his name is, Eric, and but in the end she get back at him. But I was like, you going through all of this when you can just confront these guys and tell them to kiss your grits. I was like, I could not get into this. I did not care about Annabelle or Elliot. It did until like almost the end, and then it got interesting. Look, you almost finished with the book. I struggled with this one, people. So I'm just gonna say this is okay if you want to check it out. Like if you start the series and you want to finish it, go ahead and check it out. And if any of you read this, what did you think about book 4? That's why I was like, when you do a series, just do 3 books, because sometimes you run out of steam. And this one, How to Date a Douchebag, the coaching hours, I'm just going to say it was okay. If you want to check it out and read it, if you read it, let me know what you think about it. Because this one just did not do it for me. Yeah, let's move on. Next. I finished this one, Love Machine by Kendall Ryan. This was good. I'm going to recommend this because I flew through this one right here. I read this in one day. After I finished this, I started reading this, and I just flew through it. I finished it in one day, and this is on Kendall Ryan and Slate Cruz, and this is a friends to lovers romance. They knew each other in college. I think I mentioned on here before, I don't like books where, second chance. Well, it ain't no second chance, but I don't like for the male character and the female character already know each other before I start reading this. I want to know when they meet each other. Yeah, I'm that kind of person. I want to be there when you first meet this person because I want to know how you feel about them. But this was okay. I enjoyed it. I'm going to say it was good. I enjoyed, like I said, I flew right through it. It's just one of them little easy reads, just one of those little romances that you can start reading and you can just fly right through it. And the way they hook up is because, like I said, they're friends. They were in college together, and he know her friends and she know his friends. And because like I said, they all went to college. And the way they hook up is that she's at one of her friends' bachelorette party, and then they start talking about sex and everything. And she feel like she don't even know half of what they talking about because she's a workaholic. She's very work oriented, and she go to work all the time. She ain't had that many boyfriends or whatever, I don't think. And she realized, like, I've been missing out. I need some lesson on what's going on, because she does something and all the girls be laughing at her. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Yeah. Because they get this woman to come there and she bring like some sex toys or whatever. Yeah, it's yeah, it got serious in there, and she felt embarrassed. So she called her friend. I don't know if Slate called her when she get home. I think he calls and asked her to come over because he said he bored or something. Coming over and they can spend some time, watch TV or whatever. Like I said, they are good friends. And then she gets to explaining what happened, because he asked her what happened at the bachelorette party. And then she tells him what happened, and she's like, I need some instructions or something. Then she's like, because he's supposed to be a playboy, and she was like, can you help me out? And he paused for a little bit, and then they agree to talk about it. And then, they get to talk, and he come over the next day and they'll talk about it. And, they discuss, like, are we still going to be friends? This is not going to mess up our friendship. and they agree to not let it mess up their friendship. But you know how that work out when friends become lovers. Yes, something always happen. But that's how that gets started, and it's just on them, you know, getting to know each other in different ways. Yeah, but like I said, it was good. I'll recommend it. Check it out. It's Love Machine by Kendall Ryan, and I will be reading some. I look back here and see that she have any other books, and she have quite a few of them. Have any of you read any of these? Any books by Kendall Ryan? Did you like her writing? I enjoyed this book. It was good. She got quite a few books, so I'm gonna go on here and check some of these out. I'm gonna go on see can I find some other books by her, because I really enjoyed the story. Like I said, I flew through it with a quick read. But this right here, I know that this was not on my TBR, but like I said, I was like, well, shoot, I read these two from, oh, this was out of the Romance Reveal book box too. So I was like, okay, I'll read another one out of there, because I said, let me read these books from the Reveal book box. Like I said, I'm just packing them up. So this one was another one out of there, and this right here, people, this is going to be one of my favorite reads of 2018. I was like, am I going to have any favorite reads of 2018? Because all the books I've been reading, they've been good. They've been okay. But this right here, this was fan-freaking-tastic. If you have not read this, you're missing out. And this is by Jewel E. Ann, Look the Part. This was like a rounded story. It had everything. This book was great. And this is about Flint Hopkins and Elle Rogers. And it was like two people coming together who don't need to go together, because he's very reserved and she's very outgoing. And yeah, she be making him nervous. This book had me laughing. It had me crying, because both of them done went through something terrible in their lives. And it just changed both of them a little bit, because it made him more reserved. And it just made her more outgoing. She probably was already outgoing, because when you read it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But both of them been married before. And like I said, something happens and to make them like they are today. And it was so good. He's a lawyer, and she's like a music, she do music therapy. And the way she meets him is that she comes to his office. He got a, he owns a building, and he's renting out offices, and she wants to rent out one, and he meets her, and he rents her the place. But then when he finally figure out what it is, because like I said, she's music therapy, and she be playing loud music, hitting bongos and all this stuff. He was like, nope, this not gonna happen. This not gonna work. So he go up there and tell her that she gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna have to break this lease, because this is not gonna work. Well, she was like, what do you think a music therapists do? He was like, I don't know, but you got to get up out of here. And that's when she started rubbing on his tie and stuff. She be making him nervous, because she's one of those people who like touchy-feely. That's what I think when I see Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. She's very touchy-feely. She's one of those people that likes to touch you, you know, and express their feelings. With this what her name is, Ellen Rogers, she's remind me of this. She's that kind of person, because she's always rubbing on him, touching him. He was like, okay, what's really going on? And it makes him nervous. And he got a son. His son is kind of artistic, but his son still can function. But he just got a few quirks, you know, that he don't like change and stuff like that. And the reason he don't make her move out, because her son is, like I say, he's very artistic, and he catch on real quick. So he comes up, I guess he go up in to visit Ellen or something, and her son really likes her, so he don't really make her move out right away. But you just got to read this. She wrapped this story up perfectly. I read both of these in the same day, because when I finished this one, I was like, let me start. I started reading on this. I was just just reading a little bit, and got hooked and finished it. I think I went to bed about 2 or 3 o'clock. The next day I had a headache, because I stayed up late. I had to finish it. It was excellent read. Looked Apart. And Jewel E. Ann, she's an excellent writer. The way she, and this means something in the book when it said Looked Apart. I was like, how did she come up with that? How do you think of this stuff? I don't know. But you'll see what I mean if you read this book. When it said Looked Apart, it play a part in the book. Beautiful, beautiful writing, beautiful story. And I will be reading this again. I know I mentioned on here I usually read books again, and I will be reading. I'll start at the beginning, reading this all over again. But sometime when I read a book again, I'll just go to that part that I really, really like and start reading from there and finish. But this, I'll start from the beginning with this. This was excellent, excellent, excellent writing, excellent storytelling. I love every character in here. The parents, because she included the parents. Sometimes when you read a book, they talk about their parent, but you never meet them. You get to meet their parents. Just different people you get to meet. But it didn't slow the story. It didn't bog the story down. It was just excellent. 5 out of 5 people. Looked Apart by Jewel E. Ann. I can go on all day about this book. Check it out. Like when I finished this book, I had to go and look and see if she wrote anything else. And when I went and looked on Amazon, she does have other books, so I will be reading I will be reading the rest of these. Yeah, she's that good. And if I like the synopsis on them, I'll read them. I will be reading it. And the best thing about it is that it's on Kindle Unlimited. I have Kindle Unlimited, so you can read her books for free. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, you don't have to pay for anything. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can just go on there and download the book. And look, you won't be disappointed with this. You will not be disappointed. This will, you'll laugh, you'll cry. You'll love it. Love it. And like I said, the ending was perfect. It ended up everything. She wrapped everything up. Beautiful. Beautiful writing. Beautiful book. Loved it. Looked Apart by Jewel E. Ann. Highly, highly recommend it. I give that 5 out of 5 stars. Excellent. And I also started, I haven't finished any of these. I want to also, I mentioned I'm going to read some books off my Kindle. I've started The Storm. It's going kind of slow. I was like, uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. It's moving kind of slow. So let me show if I can get it to come up here. I was trying to get to the beginning of the book. I wanted to show you the picture. The picture of it. Here we go. This is The Storm by R.J. Prescott. And I think I mentioned it was about wrestlers. But it's not wrestlers. They're boxers. It's about these guys. They go to a boxing gym. And one of the guys, I did love her first book out of this. It was, what was it called? I forgot what it was called. But I loved her first book. And I started reading this one. But this one is moving kind of slow. So I was like, oh, this is moving kind of slow. Let me move to something else. So then I started on, and I'll just come back to this. What else did I started? I started Heart and Bothered. And this is like a 3-book series. 3 books in there. In the same book. By Elle Kennedy. Let me see here. I'll show you this in front of this. It's about Navy SEALs. I finished the first 2 books. What's the first one? Heat of the Moment. Heat of the Moment was okay. And this is a erotic romance. So if you don't like a lot of sexual content in your novel, you don't need to read this right here. Because that first story, yeah, they were doing too much for me. I was like, nope. I finished it, but yeah, I won't be going back to that one. And then we got Heat of Passion. Sorry, my camera went out. But the next story is Heat of Passion. I enjoyed this one. This one was good. I really, really enjoyed this one. And the last one, I haven't started. It's one more in here that I need to finish. Let me see what that is. Let me see here. It's Heat of the Storm. So once I finish that, I'll come back and give you my overall opinion of the whole book. Like I said, it's 3 of her books. What they call it? It's just like little, I forgot what they call them, but like 200 or 100-page book. So I got to read Heat of the Storm. And once I read that, then I'll come back and let you all know what I thought about the overall book. And hopefully I can finish Storm by R.J. Prescott. Hopefully I can get through that. And then I'm also going to start reading Striking Distant by Pamela Clare. And this is a romantic suspense. And I'm also going to try to get through Never Seduce a Scot by Maya Banks. So when I come back, hopefully I'll be done finished all my books on my Kindle. And these 2 books right here. And I think I got another book that I wanted to finish, but I didn't bring it up here. It's another book. So hopefully I will have maybe 5 books finished when I come back next time to do my reading update. But that's all I have for now. And if you really want to read a really, really good book, I got to recommend this one more time. Look the Part by Jewel E. Ann. Excellent. 5 out of 5 stars. It'll have you in your feels. It'll have you up in your emotions. Well, let me go. That's all I have for now. Keep reading those romance, people, and I'll see you next week sometime. Bye-bye.